Workers at a warehouse in Coventry are taking industrial action in a dispute over pay.
Yeah, Ben has been there this morning with the details on the picket line, speaking with workers. Morning, Ben.
Good morning. Yes, we're in Coventry. This is one of the main Amazon sites in the UK. The warehouse here is one where they scan the items. They're sent to fulfilment centres. Those are then the places where they package them up and send them out to your home or your business. As you can see, there is a picket line here. Around 300 workers out on strike at this site in a dispute over pay. Amazon offering them a 50p an hour pay rise. The union says that's not enough. My colleague Zoe Conway has been speaking to some of those who work here about why they've decided to strike.
Darren and Garfield have never organised a picket line before.
The picket line's going to be set up here.
They've only been members of the GMB union for a few months.
If they want to join the union, there'll be marquees set up over there.
Yet here they are, leading the first ever strike by Amazon employees in the UK.
We work for one of the richest men in the world, for one of the richest companies in one of the richest countries, and we shouldn't all be having to do 60 hours just to make ends meet.
Amazon says it ensures its wages are in line with or higher than similar jobs locally, and that employees are also offered private medical insurance, life assurance, subsidised meals and an employee discount. It was in August last year that the political awakening at the Coventry Centre began. A spontaneous walkout, say workers here, in anger at being offered a 50p pay rise, which took the minimum starting salary to £10.50 an hour. The company's profits had boomed during the pandemic, and so too the bank account of billionaire Amazon founder Jeff Bezos.
We don't want his boat or his rocket. We just want to be able to live. I just want to be able to pay my bills at the end of the week. That's all we're asking for. It's not greed. People might think we're being greedy because we're saying £15 an hour. That's a negotiating start. We just want a decent wage. We're on our feet for 10 hours a day. We get told off if we're caught leaning or sitting.
Amazon's warehouse in Coventry is similar to this one in Essex. It's a distribution centre where employees sort through products as they arrive from the company's suppliers. Darren and Garfield say their work is constantly monitored. They're expected to meet targets and the pressure is intense.
So as soon as you come in the building, you're tracked. You then go onto your station where, as soon as you log on, they know exactly where you are in the building. They know how often you're scanning, because obviously that's tracked as well. If you haven't scanned within a certain time, they will come and speak to you.
They both say they've been questioned by managers for taking too long to go to the toilet.
Sometimes it may take 2-3 minutes to get to the toilet. Heaven forbid you get there, all the cubicles are full. You suddenly find you've got 10 or 12 minutes of doing nothing other than look for a toilet, and then of course you've got to use the toilet and come back. That could be 15, 16, 18 minutes in that process. They will then question you, what were you doing?
It sounds to me like you feel like you're being treated like robots.
I wish we were treated like robots, because the robots are treated better than
They
us.
get a team of technicians
They
when they break
get people
down.
to look after them. If a robot breaks down that place, they're fixed like
They're
that.
fixed, yeah.
If we're struggling, it's like, no, take emergency holiday.
In a statement, Amazon said, "We appreciate the great work our teams do throughout the year. Like most companies, we have a system at Amazon that recognises great performance and also encourages coaching to help employees improve if they are not meeting their performance goals. Performance is only measured when an employee is at their station and logged in to do their job." Amazon doesn't recognise trade unions in the UK, so there's no sign of any negotiation happening between the union and the company about pay. But Darren is undeterred. He feels it's his duty to stand up for the workforce.
These people need someone who's not frightened, and I'm not frightened. I'm not frightened.
Why aren't you frightened?
Because I've been bullied before, and I'll be bullied again, and I'm still standing. I'm old enough and stupid enough to know that if you get hit, you get back up again. Even the itsy-bitsy spider got back up. So yeah, I'm in this for the long run.
Zoe Conway, BBC News.
Well, let's speak to some of those involved in this strike in a little more detail. With me is Amanda Gearing, a GMB union official. Amanda, a lot of people have been going into work as usual today, into the car park. Is it achieving anything other than your workers losing a day's pay?
Absolutely. I mean, it's made such a difference. We were here at 12 o'clock when the strike started and we had over 70 people walk out at that time. People are stopping and joining. We've been on the other entrance where people walk in. You know, this is going to have a massive impact on Amazon, and workers are here to fight for their pay, and so it should have a difference.
What would bring the dispute to an end?
Amazon getting around the table and talking to us about how they can give our members more pay.
The union's calling for £15 an hour.
Yep.
That would be a 45% increase. No one's getting pay rises of 45%, are they?
That's not the point, is it? Amazon workers deserve that increase. You know, they're only on £10. They were only on £10 to begin with in August. They've now had an additional 50 pence. When you think about Amazon, it's a global company making billions of pounds. They can afford to pay this, and people cannot live on £10.50. That's why you've seen Amazon workers rising up and walking out, because they've had enough.
Amazon says that wages have gone up 29% since 2018.
We've yet to see what that 29% looks like, because it definitely hasn't gone up by 29%. Like I said, our workers are on £10.50. That's a poverty wage. They're not able to pay their bills. They're choosing between heating and eating. That's just not right. If you're at work, you should be able to afford to live.
OK. Amanda, thank you very much for speaking to us. I want to bring in the local MP, Zahra Sultana, who's a Labour MP. Zahra, which side of this dispute do you sympathise with? The workers who, some of your constituents, or the company that is a massive employer here?
The workers, without a shadow of doubt. Amazon is making huge profits. It made £23 billion in sales last year, yet there are workers who are having to go to the food bank. There are workers who simply can't pay their bills. Everything has gone up. Food prices, energy bills, fuel prices, but wages. Amazon,
though, says that it has put wages up since 2018. They've gone up 29%. They say employees benefit from all sorts of other schemes like private medical insurance, life assurance, discount schemes, and actually taking in the round, the package is a generous one.
If we look at the course of the pandemic, Jeff Bezos made huge profits to the point that he could have paid every single Amazon worker a £90,000 bonus and still would have been as wealthy as he was at the beginning of the pandemic. This is a company that is making huge fortunes on the back of workers who are experiencing really bad health and safety practices in the workplace, who aren't getting paid enough, and Amazon also pays very little tax compared to how much money it's making in the UK. OK, we must leave it there. There's lots that we could pick up on, but we're out of time. Zahra Sultana, thank you very much indeed. The dispute here is, well, as you can see, the picket line is in place and they're determined to dig their heels in until they get at least a conversation or some sort of negotiations with the online giant Amazon.
Yeah, and they're not the only ones taking industrial action by any means this year, are they, Ben? Thank you.